This is your host, Raminator. This video is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease, and this is not medical advice. This is an observational message about discipline, food, focus, the brain, the gut, and the fake motivation culture taking over the internet. The internet is flooded with fake motivation, but real discipline does not begin with a slogan. It starts with what you put inside your body. Let me repeat that. It starts with what you put inside your body. Because the brain and the body are not separate. The mind is not floating outside the flesh. Your brain is connected to your gut. Your gut is connected to your nervous system. Your nervous system is connected to your energy, and your energy is connected to your decisions. People talk about mindset like the brain is operating by itself, but the brain is living inside a biological system. The food you eat, the drinks you consume, the sleep you destroy, the chemicals you take in, the stress you carry, and the habits you repeat all send signals through the body. The gut is not just a place where food disappears. The gut is part of the command system. It communicates with the brain. It influences how you feel, how you focus, how your energy moves, how your mood shifts, and how stable or unstable your discipline becomes. So when people keep feeding the gut fake food, sugar, processed oils, artificial flavors, soda, flour, chips, pizza, chemical drinks, plastic tub powders, and raspberry-flavored nonsense, then wonder why their brain feels foggy, their mood is unstable, their focus is weak, and their energy crashes, they are ignoring the connection. That is not a motivation problem, that is an input problem. Even an engine depends on proper input. Bad fuel, bad oil, bad maintenance, bad cooling, bad result. You would never take a high-performance engine, dump bad fuel into it, ignore the oil, clog the filters, overheat it every day, and expect it to run clean under pressure. So why do people think the human body is different? You cannot feed the body chaos and expect the mind to produce discipline. Most serious bodybuilders are not building muscle on brownies, pizza, chips, soda, and fake food. They eat quality meat, eggs, minerals, nutrients, protein, and real fuel, because they understand the body has requirements. So what makes people think they can wake up, eat pizza, chips, GMO corn snacks, drink high-fructose corn syrup, flood themselves with artificial flavors, drown their nervous system in sedatives at night, blast loud music, overstimulate their brain, listen to one motivational video, manifest for 5 minutes, and suddenly everything is going to be fine? That is not discipline. That is fantasy. Somebody is screaming at you to wake up at 4 a.m., chase your dreams, grind harder, suffer more, push more. But behind the camera, a lot of these same people are physically falling apart. Their sleep is destroyed, their diet is destroyed, their nervous system is overstimulated, their focus is artificial, their energy is borrowed. And then they call it discipline. That is not discipline, that is chemical survival. Real discipline does not start with yelling. It does not start with a dark thumbnail. It does not start with some fake speech over dramatic music. It starts with what you put inside your body, because when you fuel the body with garbage, the brain pays the price. The gut pays the price. The nervous system pays the price. Your decisions pay the price. People want a clean mind while feeding a dirty system. They want calm thoughts while irritating the machine. They want focus while feeding distraction. They want discipline while creating internal chaos. It does not work that way. You cannot build a controlled life on uncontrolled inputs. You cannot run a high-performance system on fake fuel. Let me ask a simple question. Have you ever measured what happens after you eat? Not what you feel, not what you assume, not what the commercial told you. What actually happens? Have you ever eaten a bowl of pasta, a giant pizza, or washed down processed food with a liter of soda, and then checked what your blood sugar looks like 1 hour later, or 2 hours later? Have you ever looked at the output after the input? Because most people are living blind. They eat the input, then complain about the output. Low energy, brain fog, mood swings, cravings, sleep problems, focus problems, irritation, laziness, no discipline, no control. But they never connect the chain. They never ask, what did I put into the engine? What did I put into the gut? What signal did I send to the brain? You cannot dump sugar, flour, processed oils, artificial flavors, and chemical drinks into the body, then act shocked when the system responds. The body is not confused, the body is responding. That is the part people do not understand. There are things you know, there are things you do not know, and then there are things you do not know that you do not know. That is where discipline begins. awareness, observation, feedback, input versus output. If you want to understand your body, stop guessing. Stop arguing with strangers online. Stop depending on motivation videos to explain your lack of energy. Start observing. What did you eat? How did you feel afterward? Did your energy crash? Did your focus disappear? Did your mood change? Did you get sleepy? Did you get irritated? Did you want more food 2 hours later? Did your body ask for movement, or did it ask for the couch? That is data. That is feedback. That is recoil. And most people are ignoring it. They want to be disciplined, but they refuse to study their own patterns. They want focus, but they keep feeding distraction. They want energy, but they keep feeding crashes. They want a clean brain, but they keep abusing the gut. You do not have to make this complicated. Look at the input, then look at the output. That is the engine rule. If the engine knocks after bad fuel, you do not blame the dashboard. You do not scream motivation at the engine. You do not manifest a smoother idle. You check what went in. The human body deserves the same respect. Food is not supposed to be entertainment every time you open your mouth. Food is information. Food is instruction. Food tells the body what to do: build, repair, store, inflame, crash, recover, or decay. That is why real discipline is not just waking up early. It is not just going to the gym. It is not just repeating a quote you saw online. Real discipline is choosing the boring thing that protects your future. The clean meal, the walk, the sleep, the water, the sunlight, the restraint, the ability to say no when your mouth wants pleasure but your body needs order. And here is the uncomfortable truth. A lot of people are not focused. They are medicated into focus. They are not energetic. They are stimulated into energy. They are not calm. They are exhausted, distracted, and chemically pushed forward. And then society calls that normal. As someone who has spent years dealing with the public, I have seen this pattern over and over again. People are anxious, reactive, impulsive, angry, unable to sit still, unable to think clearly, unable to control basic decisions. And everybody wants to talk about mindset, but nobody wants to talk about inputs. What did you eat? How did you sleep? How much caffeine did you use? How much sugar did you consume? How many chemicals did you put in your body before noon? How much screen stimulation did you absorb before your day even started? People want a sharp mind while poisoning the machine that carries it. That is the lie. That is the fake motivation trap. They tell you to push harder, but sometimes the answer is not to push harder. Sometimes the answer is to inspect the system. Stop abusing the engine. Stop overheating the body. Stop irritating the gut. Stop running dirty fuel. Stop ignoring maintenance. Stop demanding performance from a machine you refuse to protect. Remove the fake food. Remove the overstimulation. Remove the artificial energy. Remove the emotional noise. Remove the dependency on hype. Because discipline is not noise. Discipline is alignment. Your gut, your brain, your body, your habits, your food, your sleep, your environment, and your decisions all moving in the same direction. That is structure. That is control. That is real performance.